AITA for serving a Nutella cake? Throwaway as some of the people involved are on Reddit. I have a daughter Emma, 7, and she has a best friend Kat, 7. They knew each other since prep school and are inseparable since. However, they are not allowed to stay overnight at each other places as Emma is allergic to strawberries, which Kat loves, and Kat is allergic to nuts, while Emma loves hazelnut and Nutella specifically. 4 months ago Emma received an invitation from Kat to her birthday party, which has been accepted. I have asked Kat's mother before if I need to bring something for Emma, but she assured me everything is fine. When we arrived, the entire part was strawberry themed and all the food they only served sweet stuff had strawberries in them. Due to this, Emma gave the present she made to Kat and we left shortly after as I don't want to expose my child to allergies. Kat was told that Emma wasn't feeling well and we didn't want to risk if it's COVID. Yesterday was Emma's birthday. She wanted a Nutella cake, so one was ordered. I have warned Kat's mum that the cake will contain Nutella, but cupcakes and other desserts are nut free. She knew about that and everything went fine until Kat had to be rushed to the hospital due to allergic reaction. Kat's mum forgot that Nutella contains nuts and let Kat to have a slice while me and my husband were not watching. She called me an asshole as she felt I was getting back at her for throwing a strawberry party and now her child is hurt. She also said it in front of Emma, so she is now feeling guilty and refuses to eat anything. AITA for ordering a Nutella cake for my daughter's birthday? Edit. I just want to add, in my country, not English speaking, Nutella is advertised as a chocolate spread, not as hazelnut one. So a lot of people don't realize it contains nuts. Hence why I had to warn Kat's mum about them. Edit 2. So I have been told about another strawberry party post. Some details match except both of the kids are girls. Party was 4 months ago when strawberry was in season and Emma was invited, and her mother told me that Emma will have something to eat there. Also, Kat called Emma earlier on today and said the reason why she ate the cake was because her mom said it was fine for her to eat as it was chocolate, not hazelnut, and she loves chocolate. If her mom wouldn't tell her that, she wouldn't have touched the cake as she liked the cupcakes more. Edit 3. Just a small thing. Due to how busy the bakery was and many other horror stories I've heard, the Nutella cake alongside with cupcakes and other cake-based sweets were ordered before the strawberry party invitation. In fact, Kat's strawberry cake and Emma's Nutella cake both came from the same bakery. I do not know when Kat's mother ordered hers in, but assume a while back as well, since the bakery is incredibly busy and popular. NTA. She told you could bring your daughter to a party that would have food for her and literally everything was practically poison. And then you, being an averagely decent person, tell her that one thing will be off limits for her daughter, and that there is other food. Yet she and her husband let their daughter, who has a nut allergy, eat a Nutella cake. She's literally an idiot if she forgot that Nutella has nuts in it. It's actually in the name. I was going to say that ESH, but from what I gather from what you've written, Kat's mom invited your daughter to a strawberry-themed party, knowing that your daughter was allergic to them, and not only didn't warn you that there would be lots of strawberries, but didn't have anything available for your daughter to eat at all. You made sure that there were plenty of nut-free treats at your daughter's party for Kat to enjoy. And you warned her mum that the cake was Nutella and therefore not safe. She knew that the cake had Nutella in it, but she forgot that there were nuts in Nutella. That's on her. She needs to be more switched on to what's safe for her daughter to eat, as a slip like this could prove incredibly dangerous. She even said that you were getting her back for throwing a strawberry party. So she must be somewhat aware that she didn't do a great job by not warning you or providing something that was safe for your daughter to eat. If she believes she's done something to warrant you wanting to get back at her, I'm assuming you haven't left anything out where you confronted her over the strawberry party or anything that might justify her believing this. Final verdict. NTA. You did everything you could to warn Kat's mom and provide alternative treats for her to enjoy so that she wouldn't feel left out, whilst also not sacrificing your daughter's request for her favorite cake on her birthday. NTA. That mom is a dumbass. WHO forgets Nutella has nuts? Who has an allergy child and misses that? She is also a ta for having a strawberry party and not thinking of your kid's allergy at all, with the girls being such good friends. Yes. Of course. It's easy to forget that Nutella contains nuts. It's completely your fault for not reminding her 4 times and then policing the cake. That aside, what I find really interesting is that the mother immediately jumped to accusing you of getting back at her for Kat's birthday. That's some serious projection and makes it very clear she knows she was a complete asshole on the occasion. However, instead of apologizing, she's choosing to double down. It says a lot about her as a person. So keep that in mind moving forward. Very firm NTA. NTA. I think Kat's mom is dangerously insane? Was this done on purpose? Do you and Emma's mom low-key hate each other passive-aggressively, throwing allergy-themed parties for your kids who are friends? If no, NTA. You warned Kat's mom the cake contained Nutella. You provided safe alternatives. And Kat's mom brought her and let her eat cake. If that was my kid, knowing it was a dangerous nut allergy, I'd have watched her like a hawk to make sure she didn't have cake. NTA. Seriously. How the hell does a person not get that Nutella has nuts? You even made sure there were nut-free alternatives available for her, which was more than what was done for your daughter. Kat's mom didn't bother to offer non-strawberry options or even giving you a heads up. You put forth more effort than Kat's mom. Now I can understand Kat's mom's reaction. Her child nearly died and had to be rushed to the hospital. Her actions before and after this scream entitled. When it comes to entitled parents, there are some pretty basic truths. 1. It is never their child's fault. 2. It is never their fault. The sad reality is Kat's mother did not pay attention to your warning and/or the effort you made. She is unable to accept her own negligence and is now lashing out to save face and avoid having to have any form of self-reflection that will challenge how she parents. Read this post and immediately thought of this one. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/pico6s4/AITA for defending my son's decision to not invite UTM medium equals Android app and UTM source equals share. NTA. You did your due diligence by 1. Informing her. 2. Offering alternatives. This honestly stretches my belief. A mother with a young child with a nut allergy forgot that Nutella, a food with nut in its name, contains nuts, at a party in which they'd been informed that there would be nuts in the cake. When the parents and kids know each other well enough that they've had discussions about not letting the kids sleep over at each other's houses, very clearly the parent is responsible. And is not the asshole. But are people really like that? NTA. At that age, kids can ask their parents if they can eat something before they eat it, and the parent can point out what is okay and what is not. I work at a school and parents teach their kids how to ask about food and ingredients. Sounds like the parents need to step it up and start teaching her how to ask and not ingest things if not sure of the ingredients. This is very important if she's going to school or parties with little parent supervision. I reread and see her mom gave it to her. I guess you can make cute signs to put next to food that says, contains nuts. NTA, Kat's mom clearly needs someone to blame because the alternative is she has to admit that her daughter was admitted to error because of her own mistake. Has she come around? Was it a panicked heat of the moment thing? NTA, she forgot that her own daughter had a life-threatening allergy. But somehow it's your fault? Kat's mom forgot that Nutella contains nuts. Why don't you just send this post to her with this part highlighted? NTA. It was her responsibility to make sure her daughter didn't eat nuts. You told her the cake had Nutella in it. NTA. She not going to admit that she is so stupid she endangered her child's life. So easier to blame you. NTA. You warned the mom. She is the off for not watching out for her daughter. NTA. You made her mom aware of the Nutella cake and provided alternatives. Her child's allergic reaction was due to her own negligence. NTA. My partner's son, 7M, has a tree nut allergy and he knows that when he goes to anyone's birthday party, he is not allowed to eat the cake. He was taught this at a very young age, so now it's not even a question. Even things that don't specifically contain nuts are often made in equipment that processes nuts. And sometimes when people cook at home, they aren't careful about cross-contamination. The other parent is to blame for this. She wasn't being careful. It doesn't matter if it's not obvious that Nutella contains nuts. She should have asked or checked the labels or just simply not let her kid eat the cake. This was super avoidable. My partner and I are fanatical about not letting him eat homemade things unless we know the person who made them well enough to trust that it's safe when they say it is. We check every label for every ingredient that goes into baked goods, etc. For my birthday party this summer, I made the cake because I knew my mom wouldn't necessarily be careful enough to satisfy me. I had her buy the ice cream and she got vanilla, assuming it was safe, and didn't read the label. It was processed on equipment that handles peanuts. As a parent, you are responsible for what your kid eats, especially when they have allergies. This other parent really made me mad reading this lol. TLD. Our parents are responsible for what their kids eat. As a parent of a kid with a severe allergy, she should have taught her child to get permission before eating anything and should have been more diligent about checking ingredients. Op as NTA. NTA. You provided full disclosure of risk and personal consideration in advance, and her parents should have known better. Any other perspective is a skewed, childish attempt to not accept responsibility for their own oversight or lack thereof. NTA. You told her, do not feed your child this, it contains her allergen, but these things over here were made for her to eat and are safe. Her mom then intentionally fed her the one thing you said not to.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.